Happy birthday to me. 24. That's mid-20s now. I have to actually be doing something with my life. That's intimidating. I have a job. I have a real job. I think that's all you can ask of someone in their mid-20s. But it's also the third day of the Cramathon. I am in the middle of the Heroides. I'm only reading one book at a time right now. This is the first time that's happened in months. So last night I read Penelope to Ulysses and Phyllis to Demophoon. I just read the first two. And this is taking me a little bit longer than I thought it would because I really want to read the poems out loud, or at least move my mouth in the shapes of all the words. I'm not sure if that's just because it's poetry. I don't read a lot of poetry. I pretty much just read the classics, some Emily Dickinson, and World War I poetry. Oh my god, if you think you don't like poetry, go read some Wilfred Owen, and then tell me you don't like poetry. It could just be these particular poems. I'm not sure if Ovid was writing to recite poetry. I know that, I'm pretty sure that Catullus, who was living around the same time, was writing poems to be recited for his friends. He was sort of following in the Greek lyric poetry tradition. And of course, Greek and the Romans also have a big epic poetry tradition where you recite poetry. And then in the Middle Ages, it's actually a fairly new thing to read to yourself in your head. In the Middle Ages, people would read by talking out loud, even if they were just by themselves. And so I'm not sure if that was how the Romans read as well. But I kind of have to read these out loud, which is making it take longer. So my goal for the day is to finish the Heroides and then read, which one comes first? I think it's the Nutcracker and Mouse King that comes first. I don't want to read both of the Nutcracker stories on the same day. I'm sorry, Nova just found a bottle cap and it's very exciting. I don't want to read both Nutcracker stories on the same day, lest I get them too confused, so I'm going to read one today and one tomorrow. So, Nutcracker and Mouse King, Heroides. I might start a new audiobook. No idea what that would be. Because I have to do my Christmas wrapping today. And that would be... And so I can't really read while I'm doing that. I'm not that skilled. I'm terrible at wrapping presents. I mostly just go for the bag. Because, the whole folding nice corners, I just can't really do it. So, that's the plan. See you when I'm done with this, I guess. Okay, so it's now 11:30, which means it's time to switch from one Penguin classic to the other. I finished Heroides. Actually, Heroides... Oh no, they're the same amount of shine. Okay. I thought this one feels more matte than this one. Anyway, finished Heroides. It's nice. It's nice. About to start Tale of the Nutcracker. I'm not sure if I will finish this before... Or sorry, not the Tale of the Nutcracker. Nutcracker and Mouse King by E.T.A. Hoffman. I'm reading The Tale of the Nutcracker by Dumas tomorrow. I'm not sure if I will finish this before I leave for my parents' house. If I don't, I'll take it with me. It's only 60 pages, but the 60 pages, each page has a pretty impressive amount of words on it. And I think there's no pictures. No pictures. Ugh. Come on. Hey guys, remember this place? This was my room at my parents' house. So I thought I'd film here for nostalgia purposes. It still has my, where are they? It still has my wedding bouquet. Maybe I should take that back? There's also way better lighting now than there ever was for me. But guess what I just learned? The Cramathon is a 3-day readathon, not a 4-day readathon. Today is the last day, so screw all my plans. I just want to finish the 2 Nutcracker stories, and then I will be done. And I have done my hair in an homage to Star Wars, because I'm not gonna see it. Okay, so I am now back at home after the birthday party. I did get some books. I'm not going to tell you what they are yet, though. And I didn't make that much progress on Nutcracker and Mouse King. I'm a third of the way through the first story. And I don't know if I'm gonna finish it tonight. or ever. It's kind of insane. It's very, I feel like Alice in Wonderland in that everyone in here is talking a mile a minute and I have no idea what they're saying. I mean, sort of in the back of my mind, I had this memory that like 19th century children's literature was totally nuts. But I think this is also kind of a failure of the translator. I've been having a rough time with translated text this readathon. So now that we are reaching the end of the Cramathon, let's review what I read and see how well I did. So I read The Demon in the Wood, The Witch of Duva, The Tailor, Blue is the Warmest Color, the audiobook of The Yellow Wallpaper, A Cup of Salt Tears. I finished Masquerade and The Tenant of Wildfell Hall, and I read The Heroides and half. It's hard to do half with your thumb. I can't keep my fingers straight. And okay, half. No, I can't bend any of my fingers in half. I read 9.5 books if you count Nutcracker, which is 1/2 of a book better than the Summer Cramathon. I also definitely completed the read an audiobook or ebook challenge. I am going to give myself points for completing the bind up challenge. I read 1/3 of one book that is in a bind up. I read words on a page that is in a bind up. That is what the challenge demands. I did not finish a series since I didn't get through Carpe Jugulum. I believe everything I read was under 200 pages, so definitely points there. Oh no, Heroides was 225. And I read a graphic novel, Blue is the Warmest Color. So, this is good. And of course, most importantly, I got to my 100 books goal for the year. So I think for the rest of the year, I'm just going to start really long things so that I can then finish them in the new year and start on my 100 books for 2016. I hope you guys have had a enjoyable and productive Cramathon. I'll see you soon.